Okay, hey everybody. This is a video excerpt for my blog, and it is going to be a Ninja Assassin movie review. I like the movie, so I'll preface it with that. I understand a lot of people were giving it 2.5 stars out of 5, etc., for various reasons, but I think it deserves more than that. I think it deserves an honest 3.5 to 4.5 stars. Maybe not 5 out of 5 for various reasons, but at least a good 3.5 to 4.5. To start off, it's being directed by James McTeigue, and he is the director from V for Vendetta, which people also felt like was a wonderful movie. And I really can't see how you would think V for Vendetta is a great movie, but then you give this one like 2.5 stars. I don't get it. Personally, I don't get it. The script was rewritten by J. Michael Straczynski in 53 hours is the word on the street. He is also known he wrote the script for a couple scripts for Babylon 5, a bunch of episodes, a gang episodes for that. Jeremiah. He also did like some He-Man and She-Ra episodes. Bet y'all didn't know that. I do. Okay. And the Wachowski brothers produced it. And John Gaeta is the effects coordinator. So if you know any of these names and you know what I'm talking about, I won't get into it because I want to keep this 5 minutes or less. So my issue with some of the reviews are some of the people who are reviewing this don't even know the name of the main character. That's my tweet deck. The main character's name is not Renzo, it's not Hapkido, it's not Kenpo, it's Raizo, Raizo. When you guys see the movie, then you'll understand what he's doing. I'm not going to ruin too much of it for you. So I'm like, who the heck is that? The great thing about the movie is 8711 seemed to put in a lot of work on this. They were in full effect. They were flying. It was great, in my opinion, granted. Now, some of the issues that I'm having is some of the people said that they don't like the movie because it has a paper-thin plot or no plot at all. Who goes to an action flick and expects to see plot? I'm just wondering. I mean, I personally, I don't go to action flicks, to car chases, flicks, to anything like that for a plot. Especially something like Ninja Assassin. Like, what were you looking for? You go to Titanic if you want to see a plot. You can rent that from Redbox for $1. Have a great time. But if you want to spend $10 on something, you want to go see something that's action-packed, that's exciting, that, was worth your money. And I think this one was, for better or for worse. There were some issues where people were thinking it had gratuitous violence. Again. Hello. Did you know what movie you came into? I mean, if you weren't looking for gratuitous violence, then, you can go see Twilight. Team Edward versus Team Jacob. And there's nothing wrong with that now. I'm going to go see Twilight too. I love it. But I'm just saying that's taking up all the other screens. So if that's what you're looking for, and you don't want to see all this extra violence and blood and gore, then go see that. 8711, by the way, they are the stunt coordinators and fight production team, they've done 300, they've done Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they've done The Bourne Supremacy, they've done Troy, they've done Matrix and Serendipity, which a bunch of y'all probably didn't even see, just trust me. They also did Speed Racer, which didn't fare so well in the theaters, but hey, it was colorful, it was really, really nice, and I liked his hair. This is my pseudo homage to his hair. I liked his hair. Anyway, one of the issues that people were also talking about was the drama or the interaction with the Europol agent, Micah, which is played by Naomi Harris. They felt like she dragged the story down. I felt like, the story really was centered both around Raizo and around her. Without their interactions together, they wouldn't have been able to create the story that they created. Raizo wouldn't have been able to go after his clan, his family clan, if it weren't for the fact that the clan was coming after Micah. I understand, you know, other people wanted them to delve further into a different storyline, judging with the different clans that are coming after Raizo, which one of the very first scenes is he's in a laundromat and this young woman asks him to help her fold up, you know, a sheet. And right away he's like, why are you playing with me? What clan are you from? Who sent you? You know, he wants the whole thing. If you're going to come after me, then just come after me. But she does the whole, what are you talking about type thing. So he plays with her for a little while, but ultimately, you know, puts her down and goes about his business. And he is also being told who his clan, the Ozunu clan, is choosing to assassinate from someone, some other body. He's getting this information from somewhere. So people wanted that, but I feel like they did a good job of at least setting that on the playing field, because, you know, then that way, if there needs to be a Ninja Assassin 2 or a sequel of some sort or a fan edit, they could always come back and work on that level, especially if any of his clan, you know, make their way back around to him. But other than that, I really think it was a great movie. Some of the faults that I do have with the movie is that it came out a week after Twilight. They really should have thought that out, or if possible, pushed it back at least another 2 weeks to let the Twilight die out a little bit so that we can see it on IMAX, because there is nothing like seeing, you know, parts of a person come flying at you. And I would have loved if it was in 3D so I can touch the man's leg as it comes flying at me. Just grab a leg, feel the blood splash upon you in IMAX and in 3D. I mean, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to see. So ultimately, for those reasons, I give it a 4 out of 5. Why not? I also do think it's a great flick for chicks as well as for guys. Somebody at some point said it was like guy porn and then Twilight was girl porn. I think it's great for chicks who like action flicks, who don't mind blood and gore in not necessarily a super scary and Marilyn Manson type of way. If you like blood and gore in more of a 300 picturesque way, then that's awesome. They do have a little bit of a connection between the character Micah and Raizo, which is old Raizo, and they have a connection with young Raizo, with one of his family mates, which is wonderful because it's also very Western in the, you know, effect that two spirits can connect and don't necessarily have to be physically interacting with each other, as in intercourse, to be wonderful and to enjoy each other. So I love that too, even though other people didn't. I love that. It's not just mindless, gratuitous violence the whole time, but, you know, it is blood spewing and it's nice and it's great. And I'm going to see it 2 more times probably before I'm satisfied. And then I'll see other little nuances and I can come back and talk about them in the meantime. But the main character, Raizo, is played by a South Korean pop star by the name of Rain. And he basically physically transformed himself for this role, so I hear, and if I get an opportunity, I'll throw up in my blog some of the behind the scenes of his training, which looked hellacious. It was intense. Like, I mean, I don't know why anybody would do that to themselves, other than to recreate themselves for this role. So other than that, I think you should go out and see it. Don't watch it on bootleg. And if you do watch it on bootleg, go out to the theater and give them your money, because you need to support it. Otherwise, Twilight will demolish it and crush it. And it really is a good movie for what it is. So thanks for watching.